All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Motus Prodcast. We have a new special guest. You're going to know who it is from the title.
He's not in the room.
He's not in the room. He doesn't know we've started recording the podcast. He's gone downstairs to get water.
To stop the DMS.
The DMS
syndrome.
Well, no, DMS stands for dry mouth syndrome.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So doesn't want to be DMS'd apparently. But yeah, I mean, before we get into this, people are slacking a little bit. I think. I mean, most of our listeners are on Spotify, but iTunes ratings 5 stars, especially given that this guest is about to walk in this door imminently. I mean, literally 3.
2.
Ladies and gentlemen, come on, step up to the microphone.
Yeah.
Step up. Step up. Come on.
Here?
Closer.
Closer.
You're talking into the microphone.
Here? Why is there cover over it?
To stop. It's our homemade pop filter.
Okay, sweet.
Introducing George McGowan.
What is happening?
I'm so happy. He has to be the most requested guest we've ever had. We have also got a guest here as well, another guest, Robbie Griffith, sitting in the corner, but only one person has requested Robbie since the start of this podcast.
Poor
so,
Robbie.
you know, you got to step it up.
It's a bit harsh.
It's right. I wouldn't be requested if I wasn't on the podcast.
It's because it's just the Irish versus Scottish thing, isn't it? The accent is cuter. But yeah, welcome back. Yes, not yesterday. Last week was a little bit of a somber one.
I had to remind myself.
We had some really good feedback for that, so I'm glad we did it. But fuck, where do we even start?
I don't know. I mean, you've got very, very vague show notes.
I got four lines with
4 lines.
4 lines, about 6 words.
Yeah.
Well, it's because on Instagram the other day I sort of randomly said like, oh, what topic should we talk about? And then realised we had George coming on.
So you kind of just chat shit, really.
I figured we could just do a bit of a quick fire. So I've screenshotted a load of the...
Oh, have you got questions?
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
shit.
George,
That's what's there.
Go on,
Okay.
George, hit space.
Is that what this is?
Hit
Space?
space, yeah. That's quick for you. You're not on a Mac. You never used space before?
No.
What? You got to speak
Wait,
into the microphone.
have you got-
No, I've never used it.
Have you got a Mac?
Yeah.
And you
I know I
never-
did, but it broke.
Oh.
All right.
There he is. There's Podgemus. I know that boy.
Who's that?
Who's Podgemus?
My friend from back home. He trains in the gym.
Is that why he says the smaller but strong communities like Ireland?
Yeah.
All right, so to any of those listeners out there who don't know who George McGowan is, if you don't, what's going on? George is from Ireland, born and bred. Where do you live?
Belfast.
No, you don't live in Belfast.
Yeah, well, I live just outside Belfast, but where I live, no one's going to know where it is. So.
Carrickfergus. Yeah, but you got a rep.
Carrickfergus.
You got a rep. You're fucking...
Say that again?
Some people might know where it is. Carrickfergus.
Carrickfergus.
Yeah, some people might know. It's got like a big sick castle.
Carrotfergus.
Carrick.
And
Carrickfergus.
are the people wealthy there, or are they
Most
poor?
definitely not wealthy.
How would they?
Nah, it ranges. There's like
What's the lower end of the spectrum, though?
lower end. What do you mean?
Well, how would you describe somebody who doesn't have much money?
I don't know.
Oh, he's not going to say it.
Yob.
No, I'm trying to get you to say poor.
Per.
Oh, it's so simple. I don't know if it's mean to laugh at accents, but
But a cat purrs.
I love it. George is one of those few people in the world who, if I'm unhappy, he'll come in and just make me happy. But yeah, so you're from Ireland.
Yeah.
How long have you been training? This is all the boring shit there.
10 years.
You've been training 10 years. How did you even get into
10
parkour?
years. I actually saw a video, which I'm pretty sure is a 3-run video.
Oh.
Or no. It's a Scott Jackson video.
Oh, that's...
on Urban Free Flow.
Oh, shit. I think I remember you saying that on the UK tour a while ago.
And then I saw some 3-run videos, and then I had a couple of friends that did it, and then I just started doing it too.
Yeah. Fair play.
That's it, basically.
Well, is this as in like a topic, right?
Yes.
Smaller. Do you know if there's any other communities in Ireland, like Southern Ireland?
Yeah, there's communities in Southern Ireland, but I don't really know. There is actually quite a lot of people training, like in Dublin.
Are they all small and springy, or are they like tall and heavy?
There's a mix. Like there is some people that are small and springy, like me. Like Podge, this guy asked the questions, pretty strong. Like I think he's only 15, but he's strong.
Podge makes him sound like a little chubby boy.
Yeah.
His name's Podrick, which is like an Irish name.
Oh, really?
So
Is it like Patrick?
Yeah, no, it's a different spelling. It's like an Irish thing, so we just all call him Podge.
Oh, okay.
Podge.
Fair enough.
Wow.
George, a little bit closer into the microphone. I worry that...
It's alright. Everyone can hear me. I've got a loud, booming voice.
I had thought of a question there. So, I mean, in Ireland, we've obviously got this crazy divide of Protestant and Catholic and things.
Yeah.
Is the parkour community pretty cool? Like,
I know the parkour community's cool.
You don't get fuck the south, fuck the north. Like,
in parkour, it's completely fine.
every time I see George, he tells me a new crazy story. He hasn't done one since he's been over, actually, but I'm sure, like, sometime tomorrow he'll be like, oh yeah, somebody got shot at the end of my road.
That's been pretty chill.
Oh, okay. So George is constantly surrounded by violence and death and just makes it sound like...
People getting burnt alive. Has that happened?
No one getting burnt alive.
Has anyone got chucked on a fire?
Hectic. Nah,
but a man got shot for setting a bonfire alight.
Yeah.
Really?
So, yeah. Kneecaps, everything.
Kneecaps?
What a lovely place to live.
Yeah. Well, London's much worse now.
It's definitely bad.
Living in London is definitely worse.
But I think, like, Ireland's, like, I don't know, it seems like it's a bit smaller.
Yeah.
There's, like, a lot going on in a very close vicinity.
Yeah.
So, I mean, is the Irish community good? Is it strong?
Yeah, it's small. There's where I live near Belfast. There's not many people training, but the community is definitely good, and there's a lot of people training regularly. And there's good spots in the small space. So the community is definitely good.
George claims that Ireland has the best spots.
It honestly does have a couple of the best spots I've ever been to.
And we're still yet to ever go over there.
Yeah, and no one's been there. Actually, a couple of people have now.
Sam Lemon's videos.
Yeah.
In Sam Lemon's videos, there's some fucking crazy spots.
Because it rains all the time.
I know. It's the one with the white walls and they do this. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, it's a city hospital.
Yeah, that looks
in
mad.
Belfast. It's really good. It's like outside a train station. Yeah, it's really good.
We should go when it's never going to rain.
It's cheap.
Yeah,
very cheap.
Very true. Yeah, everything around here is far too expensive for George's taste.
Oh, Hawkhurst.
You walk through
Kent.
Walk through a Tesco with George, and he moans about every price of everything. What?
It is quite expensive.
I saw a Ristorante pizza that cost £3.50.
What?
You know a Ristorante pizza? £3.50.
And in Ireland?
It's usually £1.50, or you can get three for a fiver.
But the other day you got two Ristorante pizzas for £3 the other day, right?
No, they were £1.20 each.
£1.20.
Which is a banging deal.
Yeah,
where's that from?
That was Tesco.
The Tesco up the road.
Oh.
George is what do you call it? Low grade. He's a low grade.
I'm an oven pizza connoisseur.
Oven pizza connoisseur.
Kai Willis, if you listen to this, he knows what I'm talking about. We're a connoisseur of oven pizzas.
And what is the best oven pizza out there?
Ristorante.
What flavour?
Well, I like the pepperoni one, but there's a couple of other ones that are nice. There's like the cheese one, the one you eat.
Oh, just the margarita?
It's got cheese and then like some vegetables on it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That is a good one, I know.
It's got like the big blobs of cheese.
Yeah, the circles.
Yeah. They're not vegetables, they're just like herbs and spices.
Yeah.
The green bits.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's good.
George scrapes them off. Big
I
fucking
just eat
knife.
them. It's just...
George is not vegan, not vegetarian, probably the biggest carnivore.
Completely the opposite.
Yeah.
Scared of the vegetables.
Ate a fucking family's worth of barbecue food last night. Still standing.
Yeah. Good.
I mean, what are we going to do? We're just going to go on blast and run through some of these topics.
I like them. Yeah, I'd like to go through them.
How old are you, George?
I'm 21.
Yeah, I feel like you're way older. I think you're just wise. Wise
old man.
But, I mean, aging in parkour, what is aging in parkour like from some person? I mean, that you two can't really comment on that, can you?
No, because I don't really know. I haven't felt the full effect yet.
My back fucking hurts, I'll tell you that.
As in aging like that. I'd say, but without thinking about muscle and shit, your mind, definitely, like, if you age through parkour, the longer you've been doing it, I think the things you think are cool and the things that you see people do completely change.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
But I know that question is more for, like, how is your body doing after all these?
I mean, no, maybe not. I didn't think about it that way. I just thought...
Well, if you think about when you first started, what was, like, really cool for you? Not first started, but maybe even, like, 4 years in.
Well, and I think also it's the hindsight of, like, trends. You look back and you're like, shit, people used to do this and people used to dress like this.
Yeah, exactly.
This was cool. Like, video trends and stuff as well.
How you think about moving for a spot as well is completely different.
Yeah. Do you look after your body, George?
I think the meat
I would like to say
you.
yes, but no, not really.
What? I mean, these aren't questions that have been written down, but you know there's going to be someone. What is the secret to your jump?
There is honestly no secret. It's just mainly
copious amounts of bacon,
genetics, and doing loads of standing praise and plyos. That's literally it.
Didn't you say once you were like if you train with James Dixon enough, you'll become springy or something?
Yeah, like because James Dixon does the same things as me, like loads of plyos and like small run-up kongs and like stuff like that. I think that definitely helped.
Basically, train the shit that you want to get good at,
Yeah,
and you'll get
like
better at
if you want to
it.
get good at plows, train plows. If you want to get good at side flip breeze, train side flip breeze. Like I just like doing plows because it's my favourite, so I just do it all the time. That's it. There's no secret. A lot of people message asking me what the secret is, but there is literally no secret.
Fair
it's
enough.
Just practice.
Yeah. All right, another question. Your favourite and least favourite parkour jams?
Least favourites? Whoa, weird.
Your
Question
favourite
was sick.
and least favourite? Oh, that's a bit savage.
Well, not necessarily. Could be like a one bang shit jam.
I don't want to just my favourite that I've ever been to.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. It's a hard question.
And I'm assuming by that they mean like an event, like for the Love Movement, or like like a jam, not just like that one Saturday in London.
Does NAPC even count? That's a competition.
Robbie's just editing in silence there.
He's not editing. He's on his phone.
He's not even got his headphone. He was like, I'm going to edit while you do the podcast. I'm going to be productive. Giggling to himself on his phone. What about the Off the Edge Island Jam? That was the first time
That was actually good.
First time I was ever aware of you, and I didn't realise it.
Yeah, no, that was actually really
I didn't
good.
go to that event, but I had to edit the footage.
Yeah, no, it was actually really good.
Yeah. I watched that video the other day just to look at you.
Yeah.
I was like, there's little old George.
Yeah. Back in the days.
Do you like For the Love Movement?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Would you go to For the Love Movement if you had to stay in the...
Well, I'd have.
You have, yeah, very true, yeah.
I've went the first 2 times I went, I had to stay in the normal bit, and it's not the best training event because it's so busy, but it's good for social interaction.
Have neither of you got shit stories about bad events? I mean, Keenan's got awful For the Love Movement experiences. But
I still haven't had a good For Love Movement
just get ill every time.
It's because of what happens to me. It's
He walks into the hall and just goes dead. Like
exactly. I don't think there's ever been a really bad jam.
I've never been to one that's been awful.
Have you been to any bad ones, Charlie?
The worst one I went to, not in terms of the training or even the people, but I turned up at what's it called? Move in the Air? Jeremy from
event,
Belgium, his first event. And we got flown out there, and we flew out there for Flow, actually, me and Kai. And we got there, and we'd been told not to bring any sleeping stuff because it was like, cool, we're going to sleep in the gym or something. I think we didn't even bring sleeping bags. I think we were told not to bring sleeping stuff. Like, me and Kai got out there, and then in the afternoon of the first day, Jeremy was like, and it was like my first time meeting people like Stas and things like this.
Yeah.
Like a load of the Latvians. And he just gave us a load of tents, and we went into this cow field that was like the hardest ground in the world, like bumpy, and there was just cow shit everywhere, and we had to set up these like big like canvas, not like normal tents, like canvas tents.
Canvas?
Like, you know, the like ones that normally you would like, they're more of, I don't know, you'd be at a party. Thicker. But they'd be at like a party and you'd like store food in them and things. Or like the army used to sleep. They're like old tents.
Yeah.
Before the new tents kind of thing.
Okay.
And we just set these things up in a field, and the ground was so fucking hard. And the whole like time we were doing it, we were like, none of us have sleeping bags, and we're in the middle of fucking nowhere at this gym. And like, I went into the fucking the gym and managed to find this like sleeping bag that honestly looked like a rat died in it and things.
Oh.
And we all tried to sleep that night, and it was in like September, and it got fucking cold. And me and Kai cuddled up under it. Literally, we were cuddling to try and stay awake.
Surely he could not...
We wrap it like fucking, and we were listening to Terry Pratchett audiobooks because we couldn't sleep, and the Latvians were so cold that they just got up and trained in the nighttime. Like 3 a.m. they were just like outside training, like doing flips, and everyone was like, "Fuck this event!" Like it was so savage. And then and I think Jeremy had like fucking driven home or something. We couldn't get in the gym and stuff. We basically had no sleep that night, and then the next night, like we all slept in the gym, and they sorted it out, and we all went to the fucking. We went to this shop and like bought duvets and things that was like fucking, I don't know, a few miles away. But that was like, the training was sick and all the people were sick, but it was that
experience.
That night, everyone was just like, this is awful. But that's kind of the only...
Where's the miscommunication there? Why did he not like...
I don't know.
Don't bring anything.
I don't know.
Sort it, but then you're going to sleep outside in cow.
But I mean, that's kind of the only one I can think of.
I don't think shit like that happens now.
Yeah, I think people are on it because it's like the pressure of like you're putting on an event. You're like, fuck, we have to.
Yeah, I've never been to a bad one.
Yeah. George, how do you mentally prepare for a huge move or jump?
Well, if there's a way to prepare for it before, maybe doing something smaller or something similar, but.
Or you peer pressure Robbie into doing it before you.
Yeah. Or I don't know, you can just... Sometimes you can just do it. Like sometimes... It depends what it is, doesn't it?
But you peer pressured me and Robbie into doing that Kong Pri and found out we kept landing on our arches, so you were like, nah, I'm okay.
Yeah, I need to protect my arches.
I've slowly worked this out.
He makes people get like,
Nah, that's
I'm
not
joking.
true.
I'm kidding.
He knows
I'm happy.
He knows he's capable of something, but he's like, I'm a bit scared. He's like, Robbie, go on, do it with me. And then we wait till Robbie does it in ankle things, and he's like, yeah, I'm going to leave that one.
Nah, I just hate running prees.
You're just a good hype man. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's motivation. It's not peer pressure.
Yeah.
You are a good hype man. Are we going to keep blasting through
Are we
these?
going to do this one?
Nah, I mean, we've had
that's a bit of a big.
Yeah, there's been a few people saying, we should talk about Fig. We're not talking about Fig with George. George is on a different level to the Fig scenario.
I don't think there's any.
He's in his own fucking.
Do you want to go to the next
space.
one?
Wait, no, hold up. The new generation of teams, i.e. Storm. What do you think about the new Storm video?
I think it's fucking incredibly good.
Oh, yeah.
You're good friends with the Storm boys.
Yeah, I think the video's insane.
And they're doing more content.
The level of production is crazy.
They're going to be doing they're just aiming for quality over quantity, aren't they?
They said like 2 videos per month or something.
Yeah, I think that's the aim. I don't know how. Oh,
that's going to be quite hard still, I think.
Quickly, we should talk about Marcio.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think? Was it a stick? 46 tries?
Yeah, for something like that, it definitely counts.
I think it counts.
Definitely counts.
I think it counts. Somebody did say to me the other day, they were like, the IMAX Compre stick still hasn't been done.
Nah, that's not true.
I disagree, but I know that Marcio himself isn't happy with the...
Yeah, if he was really happy with it and was going to leave it like that, fair play, he did the stick. I'd want him to think about doing it again. Anyone who did it, not just...
If he did, like, I don't know, 2 attempts, like overshot, and then he stuck it like that and was like, yes, and then walked away and was all gassed, I'd be like, yeah, you could do it better.
Yeah, but the fact that he did it
46 times.
And then I'd just stick with that one.
There's a fucking level of, like, how, like, for risk.
Yeah. Think of how many times that's 46 times getting close to bouncing or something.
Yeah, taking that impact.
Yeah. But I think he'll come back and actually do it.
Oh, for sure.
Really, really nice. Because that pre he did... He stuck really nice.
Yeah.
It's crazy how Arthur must have done it. I don't know how many times he exactly did it, but like obviously he had them. We were saying this, like he had, when he did it with the mat below him, it meant that he could safely bounce back. Therefore,
if you put no effort in and just bounce it.
He was like, worst case scenario, I bounce it and it's chill, and then like, oh shit, I actually ended up sticking it kind of thing. Whereas Marcio, the bounce is not an option.
No.
So he always has to give it like that extra 3% more, which could result in the...
Because thinking about it as well, if you bounced back into cat, that's fucking hard. Like I feel like people wouldn't you're not going to land on toesy enough to be able to bounce back into cat. If you've landed full on the wall, you're just going to go straight.
It's because it's so slanted. The wall.
Yeah.
It's such a shame the mat thing happened because I wish Arthur was there when Marcio stuck it.
Yeah.
And I wish that because I reckon Arcio
and
Marcio. If Marcio had been trying it, I reckon Arthur would have hit it as well, and they could have worked on it together. Maybe, I don't know, because Arthur is obviously capable, and then it would have been like so much more legit. I reckon.
Yeah.
Like it's just that the mat thing is a real kind of shame.
I think he'll do it again. He's in London quite a lot, as in Arthur.
In London.
Yeah.
Arthur would probably go for it again.
Parkour clothing and shoes. George, what's your favourite parkour brand?
Motus.
Good.
Pass the test there.
Shoes.
Okay, what's your other, like, what brands are you liking? What shit are you seeing in the community that you like?
I actually like Street Media.
Yeah.
I think Street Media have
They've
the
good
new
eye.
stuff. They brought out really sick.
Yeah. Hopefully it's selling well.
I like their stuff.
What about shoes?
Shoes.
Favourite training
Oh,
shoes?
yeah,
Many
here we go.
different shoes.
But what shoes are you liking?
I like Reebok Classics. They're my favourite. As I know, they're a lot of other people's favourites too.
Are they favourite all time or just so far? I mean, same thing.
All time so far. So far, they're the best I've had.
Is that how you wear your glasses?
No, I just pushed them up like that.
I was just looking.
like this.
I was looking at George had his glasses like hooked 2 inches above his ears. I was baffled.
I just pushed them up like this. Whoop.
The name of Max's worms. George has had worms.
When I was a young boy.
Very proudly got in the car at the airport and was like, I've had worms.
Yeah. When I heard about Max's worms, I also had worms when I was a small child.
And what did you name them?
Nope, I'd only seen them once.
Oh, and then they got flushed away.
Never saw them again. As disgusting as that is.
The drugs in parkour topic is one I've been waiting on for you guys to dive into and just not touched on. Yeah, the drugs ones. I feel like we need the right person to.
It's Ryan.
To
Ryan
co-host it.
Taggart.
Ryan Taggart. What do you think about drugs, George?
Drugs are bad.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Would you ever do drugs?
No.
No. Okay. Young athletes from Leo Kirby. Leo Kirby, you're a young athlete. You're looking for a shout out. There, I guess that. Oh fuck. I mean, that was it, wasn't
You
it?
shouted him out.
Yeah.
You turd.
Soul Destroyer, Fig, and Origins. I mean, we're not doing any Fig. It's too deep. Soul Destroyer. Oh Jesus Christ, we're about to start.
Yeah, it's coming.
It's gonna be fucking sick. It's gonna be a good time.
Everyone
I'm really
else
excited.
arrives at the house tonight, and then we have one day here, and then we're going into a house in London for 10 days. And I mean, by the time this podcast comes out, we'll be shooting.
Yeah, I hope everyone just pushes themselves. Like everyone, I think they will.
It's really scary because it's like I don't want to be that guy who's like, guys, you have to do big shit.
No, but I think
But
like
there's
I've said to Giles before, but no one else said. But I think, well, we all know once one person does something big, it was like Resurgence. We never said
Resurgence
to
was
anyone,
meant to be. All Resurgence was meant to be was a video of new spots in London.
Yeah,
and then
but
Max did the Concrete, and the whole thing changed.
Yeah, but literally, because all of us. I think it went on the WhatsApp, and then everyone in the group was like, "Oh, Max done the Concrete." Now
it was like, oh, now we've got to revisit all the spots and like level everything up.
And then that happened. So hopefully, naturally, it will happen with.
It's like this unspoken agreement, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like, cool, we're not doing. This isn't like a video we could shoot in a day.
Yeah.
And this isn't meant to be a comparison or like a second Resurgence at all. It's just
Yeah.
I mean, people
and
will
honestly, I
always
don't
go-
know. Like Resurgence, it hit so hard.
people are going to compare it to Resurgence no matter what, if it's better or worse. Like, as in
Yeah.
not worse, but like in comparison with the movement. I
And
think.
we're gonna do a day at South Bank, but we're not. It's not like, oh, we're gonna go and level up all the old stuff. It's we've been compiling a list of unknown spots for months now, with the idea of hopefully then more people will find these spots, or will obviously share them. Like more people will go to these spots, but like. Yeah, we got some cool ideas for movement and filming.
I think overall it's just going to be a really fun experience anyway.
We just haven't had everyone together in a while.
I haven't seen Robbie in ages, and like the first night we stayed up until 3, just like chatting away.
Shooting the shit.
Shooting the shit out of people.
So
on
it
Call
should
of
be
Duty.
good. Origins, I don't know if they mean like our video Origins. That was fun. The crazy thing about that was just you, Max, Luke, and Marks.
Really?
So and even Resurgence.
But that was
George wasn't in Resurgence.
No.
Oh my gosh! Sorry,
Like,
George.
that was
I forgot
5
about
people. It's crazy. So like now we got some heavy boys. Like
Wow. No, there was only 4 people in Motus.
Yeah.
In Origins.
Yeah,
What? That's so weird. And how many now?
8.
Yeah.
It's doubled.
So double trouble.
So George, this will be your first like big video we're doing. Well, apart from like, we did Spitting in the Wind.
Spitting in the Wind,
But
yeah.
that's, I think because that's more of a like travel-y.
Yeah.
Spitting in the Wind's a nice one to think back on because actually, like everything we went to, most people were fucking on it, and we got bangers. And now it's like that same like, mentality, but even leveled up a bit.
When we're with each other, we train the hardest.
Yeah, for sure. Ankle things, somebody has just said.
Oh, ankle thing all the time.
Is that because you got bad technique, weak ankles?
Weak ankles.
Or they just... I feel like everyone... I don't think ankle things are unavoidable.
No, I don't think so.
Avoidable.
Well, some people have a flexy ankle. It doesn't ever happen.
Go to the mic. Go to the mic,
They can
George.
definitely hear me.
You'd be surprised.
No,
I don't want you to be
definitely.
a little mouse in the background,
No.
George.
Everyone gets ankle thing. Everyone.
Yeah.
It's unavoidable. Unless you're Endis, and he's never had ankle thing, so...
Really?
Yeah, his
ankles are
fucking
so
toes
flexible.
can nearly touch his shins, can't he?
What, so he's never actually had an ankle
No, he
thing?
doesn't know. Like, because that's why, he can take such deep,
That's why he can
deep
commit.
bounces. Yeah, he can take such deep bounces because his ankles don't, like...
Commits to the...
So
Like, they don't get the
flexible.
jolt. They don't get the jolt. It
Yeah,
just bends
yeah,
up, and it's just, like,
Fucking hell. Whereas
completely fine.
Max is a really weird one because he has that, like... His ankles look so stiff almost.
He does get ankle thing, but
Yeah.
it will be very rare. And,
But he's got-
sometimes he looks like a bad ankle thing.
He's
but it's
fine.
Just,
Yeah. It's like he has the strongest ankles because they look
Yeah.
almost like fucking strong shocks on a car. Like
He
they're
can
like...
also land on his
I've never known him to injure his
toes, and he
ankles.
doesn't chin.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
can
yeah.
land, like, literally
On his tippy
He
toes.
probably-
a
I reckon-
millimetre of shoe on the wall, and he still doesn't chin.
If there was a way to compare how strong your big toe is, I reckon Max's are the strongest.
Definitely
out of
strong.
those.
yeah.
Think about that.
Definitely.
They've saved his
definitely really
shin
strong.
so
Yeah.
many times. Somebody just said Joe Scandrett. Maybe they wanted Joe on. He'll come on one day.
Yeah.
The sketchiest, most talented man in the world. Somehow got a 50-50 balance of like he can fall over his fucking own
Screwed round
feet
it.
and then do the best descents ever.
Yeah.
So I love Joe.
Looks like a beefy bodybuilder, but doesn't lift any weights.
Yeah. Fucking
true.
hell. He is a
Huge man.
yeah. Well, he's a huge, tiny man.
Yeah.
Very strong.
Oh, alright.
What's our next page of screenshots? THC versus, not it versus.
That's Ryan Kelly.
Ryan
Ex
Kelly.
Equinox.
and Equinox. What do you think about that video?
That would be sick.
I liked it.
What do you mean that would be sick? They released a video.
Oh, well, that's awkward. Because I haven't watched it. I saw the clothing line.
Luke was in it.
Luke did some cool stuff.
Yeah. I like the video. It was a bit short.
I liked the fisheye use, actually. There was some cool fisheye use. There was some weird, like...
I wanted a bit more.
That was cool.
It was kind of like cool stuff, and then like a bit of like banter, and then a few more bits, and then a bit more banter, and I was like...
But if they did that loads...
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't have to be both of them together.
Yeah. I mean, THC are one of the... Well, and Equinox, but like THC are like... It's like... You've got the fucking bags of talent.
They're so good, and whenever something comes out, I'm like, you're so good.
It's like just put out content, like fucking.
Even if it's just shit, like it's just raw. I don't care.
It's so hard because obviously, like we've done the Instagram debate. We're not saying like just spam shit out, but it's like for the sake of you wanting to get more work and get more exposure and things.
But also, if you just want to watch you, like I want to watch them.
I just want to watch. Best spots in the world with locations, iconic jumps there. What is your favourite spot in the world, George? Your favourite spot?
Ireland is your favourite spot.
There's good spots, but they're not my favourite. I like that spot in Flint,
Michigan. What was it? What was it called? Grand Fountain.
Yeah,
Grand
Fountain. I haven't trained there.
Yeah, it's really good.
I mean, you trained there.
Did train before
you did a couple of backflips.
Yeah, I did 3 backflips.
3 backflips.
More than 3.
You did about 6.5.
Yeah.
We need to go back.
That is, an outstanding
it's a really
spot.
good spot. I'm trying to think of any other really good.
What about the one in Seattle? Or did you not train much?
I did. Freeway Park.
Yeah,
it was really good.
That was very, very good.
I really, really enjoyed that spot.
Let's talk Phil Doyle. How is Phil Doyle the greatest to ever do it?
How is he not?
He's definitely one of.
Yeah, how is he not? He's definitely up there. And
it's actually fucked. Me and Keelan were watching archive footage of Danny the other day, which exists, and I got permission to view. Thank you, Scott Bass.
We need to watch more of that tonight.
Yeah, we do need to watch more of that.
So good.
And there's so much young Phil in it. I mean, both Phil and Danny, 2 of the greatest to ever do it.
Yeah, like, Phil is ridiculous.
Phil, age 14, just doing 14, 15, just doing.
But he just moves so nice as well back then.
So the next thing that people wrote is parkour community, right? And it just reminded me that fucking London parkour community is so fucking dead nowadays. Not dead because it's quiet.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
We're watching this archive footage and there's like 50 people at 9 p.m. and they're all still training and they're hanging out and people are like, and it's not like, oh, there's one guy who's doing big shit and everyone else is sitting around on their phones and whatever. It's like everyone is consistently like, not everyone's on the same level.
I just feel like everyone's kind of a bit more open. Do you know what I mean? Everyone's kind of like, you see all the weird shit happening. Like nowadays, everyone in London's kind of like.
Last time I was at IMAX, there were literally 2 people training and everyone else was fucking smoking weed and drinking beers at like midday. And I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, I'm not saying everyone has to be fucking on it all the time.
But there was, I know what you mean. Like people, especially when things like Vauxhall existed. Remember, like the route that you'd go on, just normal southbound.
Yeah.
And you'd finish at Vauxhall, and it would be fucking late. And then you'd go, and after every session, you'd go and do a climb as well.
People fucking drinking and smoking halfway through the day and just like doing one jump, and then like looking at things, being like, oh, I wish I could do that. It's like fucking train. Like you're not going to get anywhere.
Not trying hard enough.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's very strange.
Also on Phil Doyle. He can take any impact on one leg, which is true. He's a stride master.
Fucking strong boy.
Was it him or Danny did the hurdle stride at Hayward?
Yeah. But that was the thing. People used to go Hayward and there'd be like 4 or 5 people.
And they'd just keep banging the stride.
Just smacking the stride. And now everyone's like, no, it's scary. I feel a bit waved. It's like, fucking hell. Enlighten us. The enlightenment about your perspective.
Fig.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I mean, the fig thing is so up in the air at the moment. There's a lot of controversy, but I feel like we need the right guest and we need the right environment.
Yeah, I'm not educated enough.
It'll be good to have someone who's actually been to fig.
Somebody said we should get Callum and David Nelms on for a fucking brawl.
I actually don't think that would be safe.
We'd have to like baby-proof the room and stop people's heads getting knocked against things. No, they wouldn't actually. It was for a debate. Fashion. George, what are your aspirations? You were telling me that you wanted to be a fashion designer.
No, I never said that.
No, you never said
that. That's not true.
You know what you did say, though? You said a while ago, a few months ago, I was like, skinny trousers are slowly going out of fashion, and you were like, nope.
Well, that's because
yesterday, you put on the fucking new Solar Store trousers.
Yeah, but they're not loose, they're not baggy.
But you said skinny trousers are going out of fashion.
Yeah, but I still like skinny trousers.
Yeah. I mean, I'm fucking wearing...
I think you look good in them. I'm not a fan.
How parkour is evolving and will keep evolving.
Well, it is evolving.
It is evolving. Will it ever stop evolving?
No, because people will always progress and do things that are better than.
What are your you got any dream moves? You got any things on your list that you're like?
No.
Really?
Do you think you've peaked?
No.
No. When do you think you'll
definitely
peak? You got any aim? Are you like, by the time I'm 27, I'm going to settle down a bit?
I think by the time I'm 27, I'll definitely.
I mean, Dom's 27 and he's
he's
smacking
peaked,
it.
and he's peaked.
No, he's not peaked. He's smacking it right now.
But that's what I mean. Like, but he's 27 and like he's at his peak now. Like for his whole peak of his whole training. That's not.
Do you think in 2 years' time he'll be doing smaller stuff?
No, that's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying like it's impressive.
He's still
it's impressive that he's smacking his hugest things.
Yeah.
Considering he's been training for so many years, like now is the time where he's doing his biggest stuff.
Yeah. But you're 21. Do you think by the time you're 27, you'll be doing your biggest stuff?
I hope so.
You hope so?
I hope so, but I'm not sure.
Because it's a weird thought, right? To go back to the aging thing, it's like I now, especially given that I just really need to look after my body more, have to have the realistic thing of like, well, my days of doing like massive impacty plyos. I mean, I could still obviously get strong and build up to them.
Yeah.
But at this point, I'm not going to be as good as I could have been.
When you were younger.
I could be better than I've ever been, because I've never been amazing.
But your body just went, well, unless you keep up with the strong boy.
Yeah.
But like,
if I keep lifting, which I've already fucked up my schedule.
But yeah, no,
it's a weird thought that I'm like, shit, like...
It's scary thought.
I'm not, I mean, I've never aspired to be the best athlete in the world, but I'm like, that's kind of...
Yourself. It's
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's a weird one.
But as long as you're still having fun with it, it doesn't matter.
Art of Motion, would you ever compete, George?
Yeah.
You've competed a couple of times.
I don't really enjoy competing, but...
Like judging, though?
I like judging, but I don't like
without your glasses on.
Just because...
I was going to say that.
Too much pressure on myself.
Yeah.
But I would compete in AOM if the opportunity was there.
Yeah, I feel like you do put quite a lot of pressure on yourself.
But we don't know what's happening. Well, only in competition I put pressure on myself.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
No.
You find it quite hard to like just do it for the moment and enjoy it.
I'd rather just do my own training. Like, it's just not the same. Like, I feel like I'm doing it for other people.
Have you tried the jam session thing? You know, where it's that's sick.
That's cool, but like I just don't enjoy the real thing. I just think it's
Yeah. No, I understand that. Someone did just say, well, not just. It says, get Robbie on the podcast.
Yeah, that was the one person.
There you go.
The one person.
There he is. Is he asleep? No, he's alive. He's alright. Sitting on my casting couch at the back of the
His
office.
eyes actually the same sofa from casting couch.
It's slightly smaller, but it's to scale, yes.
Only the real OGs will know what we're talking about.
Come to Iceland and make a travel podcast. That's Stefan, the fucking
straight beast
gangster. He ordered something the other day and we were out of stock of it, so I sent him some other stuff instead.
Yeah.
And I was so glad it was him, because occasionally that happens, like you get a stock issue or whatever, and it was just him. I just like voice messaged him. I was like, mate, we fucked up. I'm sending you other things. He was like, yeah, cool.
He actually posts some weird shit in the gym.
Yeah.
Like some hard weird shit.
Yeah. He's done
really
some.
cool.
What did he do? Like,
no, it was just like weird setups that don't look like possible. And
but he did some crazy flip combo.
That's what I'm on
He
about.
like flipped against a wall and then like gained it out of it or something.
I need to go back on his Instagram.
He on an air track. He did a backflip punch double front.
He is Stebby, Stebbi
696.
696.
Yeah,
he's a fucking gangster.
Yeah, I
you
follow
need
him
to
too.
go and follow
I'm
him
gonna
if you
actually see
don't.
quick.
He's got some big front flips. Lives in Iceland and is always sort of telling me to come and stay, and I still haven't done it.
Johnston went to stay.
Johnston went.
Really nice.
Yeah, he's really, really good. Like, I think if he didn't live in Iceland, this is it. What's he doing? No, that's not it.
This is just normal stuff. He's done some weird.
Yeah,
weird
I think I know what
weird
you're talking
setups.
about.
Off the rails with Max Barker, part 2. Never gonna happen.
Maybe this. I think this.
Here we go. Off a trampoline, front flip. That was it.
Without
Off a
That's what I
trampoline.
mean. That doesn't feel like it'd be possible.
He front flips towards the wall, palm flips the wall without his feet touching the wall, and stomps it.
So in the same flip, it's going forward and backwards.
Yeah. Just his hench shoulders stopping the
such a
rotation.
machine that he can just.
And he's spent 2 years ago, New Year's Eve at Kai's house. It was him, Anan, Kai, me, Lynn, Jay, Faye, a few others. And he just got on the guitar and he basically just played for hours, and we just sat around and just listened to him play guitar, and it was so nice. Very chilled. So
I'm getting lost in this.
why the fuck does everyone in parkour do kendama?
I don't do kendama, so that's not true.
Because it's fucking fun.
But I mean, why do I've never done it.
I don't know where it came from.
That juggling, everything. All parkour people have these weird, like...
It's just,
I think
I don't know.
It's because they just like learning something and getting like learning something for themselves. It's those type of things. Like,
yeah, I never got into that. And now that I'm older, like I watch, like, I don't know, Max will turn up and he'll be sick at juggling. And I'm like, Max, if you put that much time into learning how to like market yourself as one of the best athletes out there, you'd be getting loads of work.
But I think it's instead like a peaceful thing. Like if you think about it, it's
probably why I'm really stressed.
Yeah, it's not for anyone else. It's literally just for you.
Yeah.
But I do agree, it's very pointless.
The thing is, I mean, technically everything's pointless. Parkour's pointless.
Yeah.
But I look at it and I'm like, I'd love to do it, but it just seems like a massive waste of time. I'm like, there's enough things on my list as it is.
Sometimes you need to waste time.
Yeah.
To chill out.
No, but you say that. I was playing Keelan brought his Xbox.
No, that's different. That's really different.
I got really sad earlier. I was playing Xbox when you went to the shops, and I was like, I'm doing nothing. I was like, this is awful.
Yeah, but I swear you got 15 and 4.
Oh no, 15 deaths.
Oh.
That's why the guy was shouting at me through the headset.
Oh, okay.
But he was calling me Keelan, which he's like, oh, fuck you, Keelan, fuck you. Leave the squad. Leave the squad. And he went, fuck it, I leave squad. But I had the mic muted, otherwise I would have been beefing.
Yeah, don't get an Xbox, get juggling balls.
Ability to do things in parkour.
How do you improve your ability to do things in parkour, George?
Eat
meat.
Do small things that are scary for you, even if it's not really hard, if you know what I mean. Like there might be something, I can't explain it. Like something that's scary, but it's not actually like a huge jump, or it's not. There's nothing scary about it because maybe it's something that you don't usually do, and then do that, and then I feel like it helps improve your confidence.
Is parkour evolving or devolving? I love sticks mainly, but it was about continuous movement first. That's a weird one.
No, but I understand.
I get it.
That's
but like,
a good point.
A stick is like,
it's to show control and like.
The stick is the equivalent to landing on your skateboard and rolling away.
Yeah.
It's showing that you have control over that particular movement.
I understand.
It's way harder than carrying on a run.
But there's no reason why you can't do both.
Yeah, you can do both.
Whereas most people do both, so you can stick things also, and you can do big long runs.
And also, I think the thing about a stick is the stick is like, it's a finisher in a way of your run or whatever you're doing, or if you're drilling something. But you should be able to land everything. This is what I quite like about NAPC, is they have this thing that they call their controlled landing. Mm-hmm. So what they're looking for is not necessarily a stick, but for enough control that, like, if you needed to stick it, you kind of could.
Yeah.
But you have the option to move on.
Makes sense.
Like, you should be drilling everything to that level.
But even sticks are evolving, because 5 years ago, people didn't stick side flip prees.
Yeah.
So sticks is evolving in itself.
Gain a pre to a rail. When will it actually happen? It's always been rumoured that Danny did it years ago, but I don't think it actually did.
Wait, what?
Is that
it?
No, that was in my head.
That was in your head? I was going to say, it's not on page.
Gain a pre to a rail.
Max has got a...
Max said Free Run of the Year award.
Well, Nate Weston won it, didn't he?
Really?
Wait, there
was an online thing.
Oh, but wasn't it some random
it was like
brand from outside of the sport?
But Nate, and fair enough.
It should be something that we should do. Like, I mean, maybe Motus should do it. We should do.
It would be cool.
I've always wanted a Hall of Fame, because like skateboarding has a Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Like, I'd love in sort of, I don't know, 20 years, like, to see loads of cool people that like we're around now, like Dom getting in like the Hall of Fame.
And it's like deserve it.
Yeah, and it's like for your kind of contributions.
Also, it'd be nice for people like years later when parkour, like even maybe 10 years later in parkour, and they can look back on the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
It'd be so good.
I don't know how you because I mean Hall of Fames are proper. Like you get that, like they have them in loads of different established things. It'd be really cool to do one.
Yeah, people want us to do a free run of the year award. Leave what'd you do? A comment? Nah, just fucking message us. I mean, that brings me back to I was talking to Max Henry about this the other day. You were there, right, when I messaged him about the tracer thing? Yeah, you are.
So wait, this is interesting. Okay, so we've spoken about this on the podcast before. Mm-hmm. What do you think about the name Tracer, George?
What do you mean? What do I think?
Well, if you're a skateboarder, you ride a skateboard, you're a skateboarder.
Yeah.
If you do parkour, you're a tracer.
But like, not really many people use that
that's
term
the thing.
anymore.
But that's the thing, and that's why
to me it's old school.
Yeah, and that's why the media are like, oh, free runners. But then it's like, well, then it brings in this whole free running parkour thing.
I don't like the sound of free runners either.
Yeah.
So how would you describe yourself?
I just don't care. I just say I do parkour, and then
you do parkour.
But what are you?
But I don't know.
George McGowan.
It doesn't need a name.
No, but it does in terms of the media.
I'd like a name, because you can
I would like a name.
I skate, I'm a skater.
Yeah.
I ride.
But it's like the media, they're like, yeah. But so I messaged Max Henry, who is the fucking encyclopedia of knowledge, and traceurs came from Team Tracer, which trace in is I think Japanese for bullet, and I think it was Japanese, something like there was this weird link to like the bullet and like a straight path. And Team Tracer, this was when they left the Yamakaze and they set up Team Tracer, and that was the first time the name had ever come about. And then from that point, so it was a team name. But why from that point onwards,
what I got confused is why did people start saying that?
Because there were only a few people around, so I guess they would start referring to the team as the traceurs, and then that slowly became the people who do parkour are traceurs. And now it's like this official thing that like if you do parkour, you're a tracer. But that's like saying, oh, people who do parkour are storers. Yeah, because it's just a team name.
A team name.
Like
also, it's not very obvious what a tracer is.
Well, that's the really
It's kind of it's hard. You can't use that in an everyday.
I'm all for like keeping the true names of like cat pass and stuff like this, and respecting the kind of roots. But I struggle with the tracers thing because it's mainly because you see people going, oh, the parkourists and the parkourers, and
it's not right.
And you're like, like. But you don't want to be that like, oh, and sorry, actually, we're tracers. Is that like, well, what the fuck's that?
Exactly.
About music for jumping. Do you listen to music when you jump, George?
No.
George doesn't listen to music.
I don't understand people who train with headphones in.
Well, you don't wait for the drop.
Well, no, because you need to be able to hear landing.
Right, count me in.
I agree with
guys, can you count for me, please?
I like concentration.
It's the people who need someone else to count for them, and then also have to wait for the drop and have to have fucking music blaring.
I could not do that, and that's scary to watch as well, because I'm like, how is this safe?
It always just feels like I'm like, you need to be fucking in your own head and in that moment.
I think solo training with headphones is fun.
I mean, music is an ambience.
Yeah, but like just nothing that's like do 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 do.
and then somebody walks in front and they're like, wait, rewind it. Do 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 do.
Yeah. That's what they do.
We had that the other day filming a thing that isn't released yet and we can't talk about. But he probably listens to this, but just blaring out music. Actually, it wasn't even his speaker. And the guy whose speaker it was, I was like, do we have to have this music? He was like, yeah, it's hype.
He did world's first double A twist outside.
It was fucking sick, double A. Never seen double A before.
No.
Double A.
But yeah, the music thing's weird. Anyway.
Someone did say about the IMAX car pass.
Car pass.
Yeah, we've already talked about that.
How do you train parkour without any gyms? Coney 2012 or somebody else. Oh, there's Aaron.
Cool.
Aaron, you'll be...
Oh, we just talked about that.
Yeah, that's what I said. I told you, yeah.
Oh. What the hell?
Aaron, how I can't fucking pronounce his name.
Halcrow.
How is it? Halcrow. Halcrow. You'll be seeing some of Aaron soon. You know, something coming from.
That's that Aaron.
That's that Aaron saying Coney.
He's so sick.
Yeah,
Coney, he's a beast, but no one knows who he is. Somebody said, "How do you train parkour without any gyms?"
Well, it's easy. You train outside with walls. I didn't have a gym when I started training until I could already do like most basic flips and had already done like parkour. Like you just start small and then get bigger.
Okay, actually, I mean, given that you are the fucking back full 720 double side, etc., how did you get into flips so big?
Trampoline, like just in my garden.
And you just liked it and you were good at them?
Yeah, just doing just on the trampoline. That's it. And then doing the tricks off the trampoline to the grass, and then doing that off ledges.
Would you agree that sometimes when you do back sevens, it's more like a B twist?
No.
Would you agree that a good back seven, your hips should go over your head?
Yeah, definitely. Like obviously you can make it flat, so you can make it to the...
Well, flat's alright, you're horizontal.
Yeah, no, what I'm saying flat is like, so you make it like... So some people like, a lot of G-trumpers when they do flips, not on the trampoline, or outside, like really lean over their shoulder.
Yeah.
I don't do it. It's not that bad.
The thing I like about George is sometimes somebody will be like, oh, do scoot 7, and he'll do a scoot 7 and it'll be like a bit of a shit 7, and you'll be like, George, that was a shit 7, and he'll just straight away do the fucking cleanest scoot 7 like right over his head. I'm like, fair enough, you can actually do it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, people who twist like not even upside down when they do a back full, please sort it out, because it's not a back full. It's a little pet hate of mine, but I can't even back full, so I can, but not
I've seen your attempt at a back full, Giles.
Yeah, at least I go over my fucking head.
You do go over your head.
I just don't.
Like a
your corks look like gymnast back fulls.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
Yeah.
I think it's the way you've learned to do it.
Yeah, like a fucking idiot. We got another. People just want to talk about drugs.
Yeah. Productivity. Are you productive, George?
Yes and no. A lot of times.
What do you do in your bedroom when you get home?
Waste time watching TV and playing RuneScape.
Do you have any other jobs apart from parkour?
No, just teaching parkour. That's it.
How's that thing about Instagram that I asked you to do for me? How's that going?
What thing?
You know, I asked you to do that thing.
Well, I actually did do some.
I set you a task.
But...
And Facebook social media, how's that going?
Not good.
No, you're slacking, George. You're slacking.
It was going good for a long time.
It was going really good, and then you slipped up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got back on the drugs.
No, I didn't.
Was it.
That's not true. I didn't.
You got lazy.
Yeah, I got lazy.
Too much RuneScape. George loves RuneScape. What's your new username?
Nacho Libre. So if you want to add me,
what if they add
send
you?
me a message.
What do they do? Do they like?
Just add me on their friends list.
Do you play with them?
Nacho Libre with the 0. There is actually, I posted a photo of it on my story before, and there was actually a guy who added me on it.
Out of the entire parkour community, one
people?
person.
Yeah,
what do you do?
It's an online game. You can play with people. Like, you can kill things with people. You know what I mean?
Rack it up points, get sweaty.
Yeah.
What can you compare it to? I need to watch you play later. I need to inspect you.
It's like World of Warcraft or like something like that.
10 years prior.
Shall I get it and start
Please
playing?
no.
No, mate, you wouldn't enjoy it. You needed to play it when it was like at its peak.
He completed it the other day. Last time he was here.
Nah, I didn't complete it. I got to the max level.
And then started again.
There's no completion.
Oh, okay. You got to the max level.
What did you do when you got to the max level?
I said, fuck yeah, I'm the max level. But then it started again.
You started again? Are you near the max level again?
No.
Have you ever thought about playing a more updated game?
No, because I don't enjoy it.
But have you ever tried?
Yeah, I did play World of Warcraft, but
what about like Fortnite?
I just don't enjoy the like shooter games. I just don't fit. Yeah.
Oh, you like the build? Have you ever played Minecraft?
Yeah, I don't like Minecraft.
You don't like it?
I just
Minecraft
think it's boring.
is the
There's
Keelan,
no like. There's
Keelan
no,
and George are gonna fight.
Oh,
no, there's no like actual task. Like, well, I know obviously there is. If you go on survival mode, like
that's what I do. You go on survival mode. You
just
defeat the Ender Dragon and all this shit. Oh, it's the best.
I just don't know.
I love it. I'm not going to hide that.
But wait. So you like games that have like a task?
Not a task. Like, I don't know. Minecraft's just like quite like.
What about like Sims?
understand.
Sims.
I used to like Sims.
Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Theme Hospital.
Yeah, that's good.
Theme Park. All those.
They're good.
So those type of games.
Yeah, the ones where you got like I know level. Yeah, I can't fucking speak.
Yeah,
but it's the same thing. If you went to Minecraft when it was first came out, then it would be the same thing.
Yeah,
with
but I
RuneScape.
did. I just don't enjoy.
Really?
Yeah, like my brothers played Minecraft and I tried playing it, but I just don't really enjoy it.
It's a bit of a weird. I mean, you shouldn't get into it. No one should.
No one should get into Minecraft.
No, so
this is a great for those people who just wanted to hear George's voice. I feel like we're hitting the nail on the head.
Yeah.
But for those who wanted high value content, I guess
we're also hitting the nail on the head.
Yeah, exactly. Early UK parkour stories and people that helped the sport get it into its initial start. Fucking hell, I could go on for days. Some OG people that don't. This is the really scary. Like
some OG people that don't exist.
There's people who like just came and they just were doing gnarly shit and then just faded away. And I look at them now and I don't know what they're up to. They're probably just working in office jobs and things. I'm like, fuck. If you just stayed around, like you could be like a figurehead. You just kind of disappeared. Like it wasn't a fad, but for you it was a fad kind of thing. It's very strange.
Well, I think Danny's up there. Anyways.
Yeah, of course, Danny's up there. I mean,
Tim, Livewire.
Tim,
of course,
yeah,
up there,
definitely.
Did a talk the other day on his Instagram.
Yeah.
It made
Phil,
me go a bit. Woo.
Phil,
Kai. I mean, even
Kai,
older, like.
yeah.
There's crazy people like Luke Markey was like this OG guy who was like sick back in the day.
Sketchy Andy.
No, he's not that OG though. Like he's been around. He's been here for time, but Sketchy Andy is a hero of the London scene.
Yes, I know. I've seen him pop up in many videos.
Yeah. We did mental health last week. Some funny shit. Is that really a topic?
No, I don't understand where we go from that. What do you mean some funny shit?
How do we do this? Is it necessary to know and understand the OG French parkour philosophy to be big in parkour?
No, definitely not, because I'd say a lot of kids now don't understand it.
It's definitely not necessary. I think it's good to do your research and have some respect. I think, but not like kind of the all fucking cat crawl on the ground for 15 years.
Yeah, no. Just understand where it.
Just like know where parkour can. Like when I did the Off the Edge tour a few years ago, I remember being in the US and like giving away free clothes and things, and being like, cool, I'll give this T-shirt to whoever knows the guy who started parkour. And one kid legitimately said Jesse LaFleur.
Oh no.
Oh,
and it's
no.
shit like that. You're like, whoa, like what the fuck?
'Cause some kids just don't care.
And it's
about
like, where did parkour start? England. And you're like, no, like England's sick. Like I consider London the capital nowadays.
Yeah.
But you just, I don't know. I feel like it's just cool to do your homework. Like I know where skating
think-
started. Like,
Yeah, exactly. I think it's just if you're interested enough, you should be just looking into it.
yeah, but I guess if you get into it for a year and then you get out of it,
it. I feel like because we all started years ago, it's more of a thing as well.
Yeah,
I feel like,
for sure.
people don't really talk about it now.
yeah. I think it is good to do your research on the real names of moves.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the French ones. Like I use the French ones mostly, but more like when you go into like certain communities. I think this is primarily in the US,
Yeah.
and they're like, hey,
Yeah,
this
they
is
get
called a
fucking
safety vault or
mad
whatever.
Memes, like,
That's the most
Levers.
annoying thing.
And you're like, yeah, and you're like,
the
what?
safety vault, that really annoys me because it's like, why would you call a vault a safety vault?
The most annoying thing.
Just for safety.
But the reason I can see it is probably because they use it for coaching, because it's a good move to teach kids straight away,
yeah.
and you can do it obviously like stepping,
Yeah.
because other people call it a step vault. But
Step vault's not too bad.
anyone who knows this safety vault, it was started in Cambridge by a guy, I can't remember who it is, Phil Doyle knows him, who initially called it the crack step, but then they changed it to the speed step because you do it out of like cat passes and running prees and things.
Yeah.
You speed step out, and then from what I'm aware, like they had this like, I think it might have been the Art of Retreat, which is like this thing in America where like a load of people go and like rent a cabin and they go and discuss like rising things in parkour and things. And I think I just remember this thing on Facebook, and they were like, yesterday 25 of the biggest names in American parkour got together and we decided that we're changing the name, or there's been confusion around this name and we're officially calling it the safety vault. And I was like, you can't do that. It's
No.
not your fucking move. Like, you can't just go like 5 years after a move's been invented and be like, oh,
Yeah.
we're changing an ollie to a jack.
yeah.
Like,
I mean, yeah.
I just find that weird in the first place. Why did they have to get together about that? What is it changing? Like, it's not changing anything.
180's being called Prince of Persia's.
Who the fuck calls
Americans, you go to
Who
some
the
places
fuck
and then,
calls it that?
because obviously the Prince of Persia game had the
Yeah.
sickest technique for 180s.
Yeah, of
We
course.
used to do 180s with both our feet together.
You did?
You'd have back in the day you'd have both your feet together on the wall and you just push off and turn
that?
around.
Yeah, I actually remember seeing people.
And then
doing that.
Danny fucking was the first person everyone was aware of that, and he had the Prince of Persia hair and everything. And I remember hearing rumours that he actually stole the technique from the game, and I don't know if he just got better at them.
Or like realised that he probably just realised that this works
But there
better.
are communities that call them, they're like, hey, run up here and then do a Prince of Persia to cat grab. It's like, ugh.
No.
So I
up,
think
mate.
do your research there. Overtraining, effective training, mental health, best parkour docos. Do you overtrain, George? How often do you train?
At the minute, probably like 4 times a week.
I think that's pretty solid, isn't it?
Yeah,
I don't
more
think-
if possible. Sometimes I'll train every day. Sometimes I'll only maybe train 3 times.
What do you do if you're not training?
Relax.
Play
Or
RuneScape.
if I'm not training, I'm
Sorry, Coke?
usually coaching. No, coaching
Cocaine.
coaching parkour at home, chilling, watching TV, or playing RuneScape. That's it.
Living that fucking
That's a
good
good
life.
Yeah,
Moaning about Ireland to me.
yeah.
Yeah. Time management when you're juggling creative passion projects, training and studying or work. I think
That's all you do.
all, just train.
write lists every day. Wake up, write a list. Write weekly lists. Tick shit off.
Shit, I've been forgetting to do that.
You can't. The hard thing is time management when you're dealing with creative projects, because sometimes you have to get in your flow state.
Yes.
But typically, write lists and tick through them, and then you build up dopamine hits whenever you tick it off, and you're like, oh yeah, that felt fucking good.
It's true.
So, but yeah, that's the only thing I can give. Which PK athletes in every country you'll like the most? Also, bring George.
Well, I'm here.
We
so
got
your
George. George,
wish
you're
has
Do you have to
been-
go through every country?
George, who are your top 5 parkour athletes in the world right now?
Oh, I don't know. It's too hard.
And you can't say I'm Seat,
Why?
because he's already there.
The famous parkour trio, which the other is me.
You can't put your name.
No, I'm not including me. I'm saying Tim Champion, Hendo, Ed Scott, Schiefer, and
Curia.
no.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Favourite?
I'm not sure. There's so many that it's hard to choose. Like Dom is in there too.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough. Right, we got another page. We're just blasting through these. Parkour story time. The funniest and almost fucked up things that you've experienced within the world of parkour. Jesus Christ. Anyone?
Wait.
I don't really know.
I got some
Most
awful
funniest
stories.
Get Darwin as a guest.
Darwin's downstairs in the kitchen chilling. I got stories that could not incriminate people, but I got some nasty stories, but I can't. It's not
You told me some really nasty stories that no one can hear.
not my place to say them. Parkour's crazy. I think any group, you get a group of people together and then they travel the world and get up to shit.
It doesn't
like,
just
crazy.
it's not just parkour.
It's not just parkour. It's
The
just
stories
everything.
aren't for other people to hear.
Yeah, it's
I
not
feel
something
like
that you can
there's
publicly
so
put on
much
blast.
from Spitting in the Wind that wasn't filmed. That is like a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of.
There's so much shit that happened that I just can't remember.
You
any
guys are just
stories.
hectic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Feces getting thrown around, things like that.
Oh shit! To be fair,
Max
on
stuck
one
a
of the
shit to a
tours-
roof.
Max stuck a shit to a roof.
did he
Yeah.
throw his shit up on the roof?
Yeah,
stuck-
no,
he
yeah,
it was,
he did.
it was loads of shitty tissues.
Yeah, and he stuck
on
it
the
to
UK
his-
tour. He had a shit, and of course we'd all go, "Why the fuck do we all went?"
Oh
to have
yeah,
shit
I don't know.
together?"
I don't know if we should be saying this because it's not our place to tell
Well, we've already
the
said
story.
it now, haven't we?
Yeah.
Max stuck shitty toilet paper to the ceiling.
What a fucking lovely individual.
That was great. That was a great laugh.
Think of that poor cleaner. Noah, talk about a good way to train parkour for a long time without doing too much damage to your body.
I think it's hard. You're always going to damage your body somehow. I
Only
think.
film clips for Instagram, so you do about 3 a day. That's what I'd say.
I
So you
think just
train
try and
like that.
stretch and then, always stretch, roll, condition.
Yeah.
If you do loads of condition, not saying that I do, I'm saying that it can definitely make you less prone to injury.
Fucking hell, cover yourselves with oil and slide around the floor like penguins.
Alright then. Go on.
I mean, I've got a carpeted office floor with probably lots of dog hair on it, so we wouldn't be sliding
That
very
sounds
far.
fun.
Be awful. We've got two requests for Darwin to be a guest. So Robbie, unfortunately, we've had more requests for Darwin than you. So Robbie can accept that, he says. Parkour shoes and a guide for good shoes and shoes that you have used before and parkour kids. What?
I'm guessing he means like young.
Young
Parkour
kids.
athletes and stuff.
Elise is killing it. Ellis is killing it.
Oh, Alice Torhole is the goat.
George's new favourite phrase is goat.
Goat. He is the goat.
He's a fucking tank.
He is
I'm
a
excited for him. Parkour shoes, I don't know. I've just done a review of the Farang shoes and the LaFleur shoes, which should be going online in a few weeks, I guess. And I remembered, well, personally, I think if you're a good athlete, the shoe doesn't matter so much.
Not
Yeah.
really. Yeah, it's really opinion.
I've seen Phil
like-
Doyle train in fucked up shoes. I think he found probably in like a bin that didn't have laces in them and were basically falling off his foot and was doing the biggest stride I've ever seen.
Yeah,
like-
because Jaden's wears like bulky Air Maxes and stuff.
Jaden wears, yeah, he trains in
He
fucking
does it. He's
Air Force Ones. Yeah.
It's just it's you.
Big
isn't
moon
it?
boots.
People are like, how do I get the best precision with shoes? And it's like,
not.
get a better precision and then wear whatever you want.
But I do agree. If a shoe is too thick, my foot placement goes through the roof.
Yeah. There's definitely better and worse shoes,
Yeah.
but it's 75% of it is going to come down to you.
Definitely.
Um,
Can you make a brand without Instagram or social media?
It's going to be very hard.
why would you?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
but
You're going
there's
to
no point.
unless you only want to target the few people in your town. Like
yeah, it's not going to work.
social media is a blessing and a curse.
It's the literally free advertising. It's so much
I mean
cheaper than-
you can tap into an audience on the other. Like we fucking get orders from literally the other side of the world.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be possible without Instagram.
Exactly.
So, and also I think you should build up an audience on Instagram first before you start throwing money into product, because that's the trap everyone falls into. Is like they get 100 followers. We've said this in the last one, like not last one, but
Exactly.
you get 100 followers and you drop 100 quid on some t-shirts and no one's going to buy them because you got 100 followers.
Exactly.
How to start a podcast: get a microphone or two. You could even use your phone or your laptop. Get a shit recording software like GarageBand. Sign up for an account. We use Podbean, very good website from my experience, and then hit record. It's very. I mean, go on Podbean. It literally tells you all the steps. Can take you minutes, and then you can be rolling.
Wow.
But you'll have to compete with the Motus Prodcast, which I mean, so far is knocking Joe Rogan off the top spot as far as like when I last heard.
He's fucking scared actually of
I know, yeah. He sent us an email. He was like, "Guys, can you just chill out? Like, you're rising up the rankings."
Well, Elijah Cunt has something to say.
What?
That's literally what his name is.
Elijah Cunt. Oh, it is. But with a K.
Yeah.
It's probably Kunt. Elijah Kunt.
Trickers versus parkour gym.
What kind of gym?
Well, you can't answer, can you? What type of gym?
What do you mean trickers versus parkour? It's a different thing.
Fight.
It doesn't make a
Well, it's like sprung floor, trickers, parkour gym, parkour.
Yeah.
Tricking is completely...
Yeah, it's completely different.
I can understand it isn't completely different because we do flips, but it's just another sport. It's not...
Yeah. And
we don't do fancy kickaroos.
Kickaroos.
Yeah.
The misidentification and stigmatization of parkour and how to overcome it. Huh?
Sorry, one more time?
I guess, like, the stigma of doing parkour. It depends where you live. Depends who you speak to.
Much of a stigma.
There used to be, like, more like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Now people know what parkour is.
Yeah.
If you look at the Google Trends, the search results for actually people searching parkour are now decreasing because people know what it is. People think that's a bad thing, but it just means that more people... You only Google shit you don't know.
Yeah.
Fuck me, this boy's asked so many questions.
Who?
Angus.
Angus_Harvey.
Angus Harvey, chill out, mate. But yeah, I think the stigma is do what makes you happy.
But there is people who do take the piss, I think, quite a lot. Like, we've been training in Tunbridge Wells, and then come around and they'll like, oh, look, like they'll be slightly old. Like, you remember at Knightswood, and they'll jump on a wall next to it, and you're just like, what is it that you said? I remember.
I remember when I was a virgin. He came up and was like, yeah, parkour, and like does a tiny jump on the floor. You're like, yes, mate.
Nice.
That's hilarious.
Oh, I don't want to read that one out because I want to save that for a video or a blog post because that's fucking banging. Thank you to put
Kyria, so you can get a glimpse into influencer life.
I think that I
think I don't want a glimpse into influencer life.
I think they want Kyria on as a guest. Gavin Yip said Pasha the boss as well, but Pasha's in Derby at the moment. I'd love to get him on, but
he's sick to me out with him. But we're doing some major things soon, so
we'll see what happens.
Training at a parkour park.
Or a local spot. Well, obviously, if it's a parkour park, there's presumably laches, which is fun.
They're really fucking fun.
George likes a lache. You're actually weirdly well-rounded as an athlete. Like, I think the thing I like, I've said this before, definitely. I like the fact that George was on the verge of becoming the 720 guy, and then like held off.
What do you mean?
Well, I feel like when you like came onto the scene, you were the guy who could do back full, 720, or whatever. But then you almost like made a conscious effort of like showing that you were well-rounded. Was that was it conscious?
It's people like pop fills, but it's not as challenging to do pop fills as it is to do like hard parkour lines.
So were you just doing something that challenged you rather than thinking?
Like, people seem to be impressed by, like, a lot of kids like flips, so a lot of them like back fills and stuff. Whereas for me, anyway, it's more fun to do like proper parkour lines with technical stuff. So just try to focus more on that instead of just always doing like a double Kong and then do a round off double full. Like, it gets boring for people to watch the same thing over and over again in just different locations.
Exactly.
How Urbex is affecting parkour. What are 3 words to say about Ali Law, George?
I don't even have a description. I don't know what to say.
Well, you like him that much. You know, Johnston seriously watches Ali Law videos. Like, he loves it.
He loves it?
Yeah, he loves it. So.
What is it? Wait, what is it that guy said about Ali Law?
Oh, we had a guy on our like local parkour Facebook group message, and he was like, kind of, I want to start doing parkour. Like, I don't know if you guys are aware of Ali Law, but I really want to do stuff like him or something.
But he doesn't do... I swear his videos aren't...
He doesn't mind a bit of like, we're on a roof, I'm going to do a precision and then a really gammy side flip and then wear a high-vis jacket that says it's a madness.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about that.
No.
I actually don't want to talk about that.
So, you're not big on the madness and the urbex?
No.
The madness.
I'm not against the urbex, but there's definitely a wrong way and a right way.
Yes. Yeah, for sure. I think it's better the old way. But
yeah.
Parkour teams, what they did right or wrong?
Well, I don't know.
Team Gestian. Where the fuck
Team
did they go?
What did they do wrong though? They were banging.
Made really good, high quality videos.
And then dropped off the face of the planet. Yeah. Well, Gian started getting loads of work doing...
They were sick of making videos.
Wasn't it basketball stuff?
Basketball stuff. Ricardo, who was the filmmaker, who in my opinion was still one of the best filmmakers of parkour ever. Mm-hmm. In fact, cinematographers, like his eye for getting like fucking beautiful shots, and he now shoots like video content for like Armani and things.
Oh,
and, like,
really?
Yeah. He's like working on proper. So like, but they went to India and shot a massive project, which apparently was really hard because of like police and bullshit. DK flew out, and they were, what was it called? They did the trailer.
Is it out?
No, they did the trailer for it, and the trailer was mind blowing, and then they just never released it.
I know they did like a massive tour, didn't they? Like a massive sort of travel video.
Yeah, that's that one. Oh no, they released that one before. Yeah.
Okay, so you're not, because that one was fucking good.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed that, and then Star did.
That's the scary thing about like parkour and people in it is unless they are making money fast in relation, like in 10 years, like unless. What do I mean? There's so many people who only have a limited time in parkour where like life catches up and they like get a wife or a girlfriend and they start having kids and they have to get a job and they have to pay rent and it's like life fucking catches up.
It's so annoying. So I feel like they would have been very present on YouTube and making the YouTube game like because of is it Ricardo?
Yeah.
The style of content.
But that style of content also takes so much time. Like I don't know if they would have survived the vlog period.
Yeah, but sometimes they bring out like videos from events and stuff.
Yeah,
and they were
always sick.
Still really cool.
Yeah. So they were one. Storm of Ebden peaked and troughed. They've had their ups and downs, and then they're on and up at the moment, which is cool.
It's very cool.
What other teams are out there? There's been a lot of like.
Who comes in and comes back out? I remember Sick Mode made like one video.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is cool, and then I never saw anything from them.
Yeah, Sick Mode were an interesting one. They kind of. And then there's been like a lot of like smaller UK teams that I think appear and then lose a bit. Like I got reminded of Strange the other day.
Oh yeah.
Who like
they
put
made
out
like a big video, didn't they?
They put out some really cool shit, but like they haven't been consistent, and therefore you forget. Like you have to stay relevant in people's faces. Annoyingly.
Sure. Yeah, I'm trying to think of who else. I mean, but I could say the same for like Street Media in my eyes. Like they're fucking sick. And
Yeah.
I just don't see enough of them making content for Instagram or YouTube or anything.
Yeah, always. I think it's so many.
Normal brand too at the minute.
Yeah, normal brand like
sick, but they don't. You don't see it a lot.
They released like a face mask thing, like a balaclava type thing recently, and then I assume they're probably working on a summer collection or something, but. They've got all those. They've got like a weird selection of sponsored athletes like Nate Weston and people, but then
which are like they're really fucking.
But sometimes they seem to utilise it, and other times they don't. So it's an interesting one.
They should get their athletes together more. That's what they should do.
Yeah, but then I don't know if they're more of just like, oh, Nate's sponsored, but maybe the kind of the contact and actual communication isn't. That like, do you know what I mean? It's not like a sort of close bond. It's just like, oh, here's some free stuff. So then they're probably not like, come and do this video.
But that's where they're going wrong.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, that's technically the end of all of our topics. We do have a couple other things we need to go over. But George, I feel like I'm wanting more from you. I mean, I get to spend time with you. I want the audience to spend time with you.
I don't know what to say.
You got any life advice?
No, definitely not.
No, why not?
I don't know. I just don't have anything that is
people fucking loved
useful to hear.
People loved your 1 hour, 8 hour thing that we put on Instagram the other day.
What about me?
Your patience.
Time. Basically, I'm a master of patience.
But why? How have you developed that? Because I'm genuinely jealous.
I don't know. I'm patient.
Do you not get like...
I can wait a long time on things. Like, if my plane gets delayed or something, it doesn't even annoy me. I'm just like...
Wow.
I'm just like...
You're just content with life.
Like, it's another hour and you're just like, really, it's only an hour. Like...
It's just 60 minutes.
Well, it's an hour. An hour is nothing, really.
But do you not get freaked out about, like... I don't know. You're 21. Where are you going to... Where do you want to be in 10 years' time?
I don't know.
Do you want to be living in Ireland in 10 years' time?
Definitely not.
Do you want to be living in Ireland in 2 years' time?
No.
Save him, anyone, please.
Yeah.
We'll do a Kickstarter. You know, there's a flat. Did I tell you there's a flat 2 doors down from this house?
Yeah.
$6.50 a month.
$6.50 a month.
You two could come and rent it, and you could live there, and it'd be awesome. Literally, you know the church.
Yeah.
You know the little door next to the church on the opposite side.
What? That literally the church.
You know the abandoned shop.
God. Wait.
There's a doorway next to the empty shop.
Why don't we just all rent it out?
Yeah, $6.50. We'll just, fuck fucking buying more clothes. We'll just use any
Just
Motus
use that money to keep you living.
Close. Yeah. That fucking hell.
Use our money for our friendship.
What is about Nova City?
So, yeah, are you judging Nova City this year?
Nova City. Yeah.
Yeah, Nova City, Project Underground, number fucking 20 probably. They do 2 a year. Anyone who isn't aware about this is a UK event with they hold a competition that it's gained good traction and It's always been a little bit like rough around the edges.
Yeah, but it's like the only.
But it's a good event.
It's the
UK
only consistent UK
competition,
event, yeah. Speed and style they do, and they do kids comps, and they haven't done a girls comp yet, but they're trying to get the numbers up to do that.
Yeah.
But we have, through the Motus projects, in collaboration with Nova City, a free ticket to Project Underground, the next Project Underground, which is happening in June. July.
Is it still called Project Underground?
Yes. We have a free ticket to give away. What we're going to do, right, is we have an image that we're going to share on our Instagram when this podcast goes live. This is a slightly complex thing, but you'll understand. We're going to share this image on our Instagram. You then have to reshare this image on your story, on your Instagram, tagging Nova City and the Motus projects, but also on your story, it will not be counted unless you include this key word, single word, that George McGowan is about to tell you to use. So you have to tag us two, Nova City and the Motus projects, with this image, so you can share this on your story, and then you're going to use this word. George?
It's not that, is it?
No, George.
Sublime.
There we go. Okay. So, and if you share that, we'll choose a winner. I've already forgotten when we were going to announce the winner. Give me 2 seconds, because
Tomorrow at 3
big man Liam, who's a fucking G, it is the announce the winner on the 1st. So on the 1st of June, they will announce the winner of who gets a free ticket. This is not travel. This is just free entry.
Yeah.
So probably just UK heads.
With the ticket's £65, you still save a good bit of money.
Yep. So you get a free entry.
That's a good event.
Into the event. It's a fucking sick event. We'll hopefully be there.
I'll be there.
So share the image. When this podcast goes live, we'll post it on Instagram. Share that. Tag Motus. Tag Nova City with the word Sublime. And then you can win. Liam's a beast, isn't he?
Yeah.
Very tall man.
Skills.
I think no one really knows.
No one knows who he is really, but
is.
he's got some knee gainers
really
and things.
Good skills.
Yeah, and like I swear he did like swing, loser, catch and stuff.
Yeah, in comp.
That's really difficult.
Yeah.
Really difficult.
He's a beast. George is looking at Keelan like that's not fucking difficult.
No. But it's actually for anyone who wants to try. It's the gainer regrab, the swing front regrab is.
Wait,
like,
you can see more.
Yeah,
really.
like as soon as you let go of the bar.
Well, gainer regrab, you're blind.
Yeah, like you know when you do gainer regrab, like you can't see it until the really end, and then you just have to like when you see it, you just grab it quickly. Okay,
yeah.
It's there. Whereas when you do the swing loser catch, like as soon as you let go of the bar, like you look under your legs. And you just see the bar straight away, and then you just like reach out and grab it.
I find catching with mixed grip.
It's just more. That's what you do. You catch it mixed grip, but it's just still really scary, obviously. But like
catching without mixed grip would be hard.
Yeah.
Nice. Anyway, I feel like this episode has run its course. We need to go and plan and organise stuff for this terrifying shoot.
What about the discount code?
Well, so obviously your support is greatly appreciated with this podcast. So all the old rate, subscribe, all of that bollocks. I mean, genuinely, like share this podcast with your friends because the more listeners we get, it's easier for us to carry on knowing that there's sort of many people listening, which is cool. But I want to do a little test. From the moment this podcast goes live, there will be a discount code running. How much should we do? What percentage? Haven't thought about this.
75% off.
No.
15?
15% off the Motus Project store for the next 24 hours if you use the code
Darwin24.
Darwin24.
So if anyone doesn't know how to spell it, that's DARWIN24.
And I've got it written down here in full caps. I don't know if the full caps is going to be...
Yeah, there will be one.
Going to be the thing.
Derwin.
But if...
Derwin.
There could always be one Derwin.
Darwin24. Yeah, I don't know if you'll need full caps, but test it out. It's only going to be running for 24 hours. If it isn't... If it isn't live, it means I've forgotten it, but I'm going to try this. But no, genuinely, the only way this brand can exist is if we actually sell clothes. Currently, we're not really getting any other... Well, the athletes aren't getting any other work through the brand for anything else. So sales are appreciated. We've got some really cool shit with Soul Destroyer lined up. Support with the Essential Collection has been awesome so far, so keep that coming. And we're going to go away and try and make the best video we've ever made. What are you about to do, Keelan? You're about to play a song or something. He's giggling to his phone. What is it?
When is it?
What is this?
Yeah, keep it on. Why is there no sound?
Get real. With a giant dream. Later. I don't think you have any idea how fast I really am. I'm fast as fuck, boy.
One of my favourite things is when I get a notification on Facebook that George has sent me a Facebook video. It's gonna be something ridiculous.
I'm fast as fuck, boy.
I'm fast as fuck, boy.
I don't think you have any idea how fast I really am.
Anyway, thank you all for listening. Much love. Oh fuck, Music Minute.
Oh no.
Oh, the pressure's on.
Oh, shit.
Oh my god.
That caught me out.
Oh, I'm so prepared as well. I was gonna say.
You're prepared.
I mean, you kind of fucked it because people are going to have stopped listening.
Nah, they won't. No one stops listening.
They will, because they will have heard you doing the outro.
No,
and
no.
They'll be like, all right, okay.
Nah,
over.
remember the
I'm gonna stop
discount code.
listening.
Remember Nova City. It's because I fucked up the show notes. Music Minute. George, should we put you on the spot?
How many songs?
No, you have to
No, it's
talk
just
about
about
a
an artist.
single artist for 60
I don't know
seconds.
enough.
Yeah, come stand closer to the mic.
I don't know enough.
George has run to the other side of the room.
I don't know enough.
Well,
Neither do I, though.
One
My
artist.
one's gonna be shit today.
You just go like,
Always
well,
is.
Tupac was cool. He did some songs. They're a bit hippity hoppity.
I like Nas,
Well, are you going to talk about Nas in depth?
but I don't really know much. Like, I know about his music, but I don't really know much about him.
This is Music Moment with George McGowan.
So I don't know what to say. Like, I like hip hop music. That's about it. Anything.
I'm slightly disappointed, but I don't think we're going to crowbar much more out of you, are we?
I don't know what to say.
No.
I'm not really in depth with the.
But you don't listen to that much
Artist?
music, do you?
Nah, not that much.
He doesn't need to. He literally doesn't need to.
He just stares into space and thinks about the hours.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
No, but the fucking crazy thing about you, right, is you got this mental memory where you remember every fact in the world.
Yes.
How long did it take Alex Arnold to climb El Capitan?
3 hours, 56 minutes.
And how many seconds? Oh no, it's not in seconds,
It's not
is
in
it?
seconds.
And what is the exact sequence run of that old Russian video where the guy does the gap jump and then ends up doing
Oh, he
double
does
back?
like a awful front over a gap and then vaults off and then does a double leg into mush grass but stomps it and then runs off.
I've had this thing with George, right, where he basically has this memory where he can remember everything exactly. Like, it's really weird once you start to go into it. Those are just two examples I
There's
remember.
not something like a go, oh, what time did we arrive yesterday at Bath Spot? You wouldn't think about it.
No.
It needs to be
It's-
something that I've
It's like a
seen.
piece of data or a video, and you talk about, like, I don't know.
Like, I can remember the address for Love Movement.
Really?
Go for
It's
it.
23 Sport Park, Lam Van Poot.
There you go.
That's it.
But like, it's shit like this video
Den
runs.
Haag.
You can be like, cool, what does Oleg do at this? Like, do you remember that run from Out of Time? And
Yeah,
it's
they'd be
this and this.
like, yep.
He'll be like, yeah, swings on the bar, does this, turns around. And I'll be like, no, doesn't he do this? And he's like, no.
Whoa.
And then you watch the video and he's nailed it.
Yep.
So you didn't get Music Minute with George, but you got that instead.
Exactly, that was fun for him.
An insight into his brain.
Yeah.
Are you
I don't mind going first because you've got some good haven't you?
kind of?
Have you actually been prepared?
I was just thinking about it a lot this morning because I was listening to that Slow Tie album.
Oh, right.
And
Are you gonna
I'm not doing Slow Tie, but
similar?
no.
Start.
I guess I can mention. It's like the thing about the Slow Ties album came out last night, midnight, and
Yeah.
everyone's been getting so gassed up about it. The thing, I was saying this to you the other day.
Yeah.
If anyone's not aware of Slow Tie, go listen to him because he's fucking sick artist. He's very, very kind of popular at the moment. He's just released an album called There's Nothing Great About Britain. And I saw this album getting paraded around as people saying this is going to be the album of the generation. This is going to be like the fucking, the sign of a political... No, I don't know if anyone said that, but like...
I
It was being like, oh my God, this is going to be this like... This sort of, this voice of the people coming out and all of this. And I listened to the whole album like waiting... And it's just like...
lyrically not.
No, but lyrically it's great.
So what are you saying?
It's the fact that I mean, maybe this is public perception. People saying, oh, this is going to be like the game-changing album.
Yeah.
I was hoping for this guy to be this fucking hugely inspirational person to other people. And he's saying there's nothing great about Britain. I thought he was going to be standing on a platform and being like, fuck this needs changing, we can fix things like this. Like a call for unity.
Yeah.
Like kind of, it's hard to just sum it up, but like...
Because he's on the podium right now and he didn't say anything that's going to change anything. Is he still going to say...
Or at least he's not even saying anything that's going to inspire. It's just like he's just talking about his upbringing.
Whatever,
yeah, he's talking about his upbringing, which is shit. I mean, I'm sure it's very relatable if you grew up in Northampton and like, or sort of wherever and had a bit of a shitty life and things. But he just kind of, he goes like, there's nothing great about Britain, posh people eating crumpets, we used to shoot pigeons with an air rifle, like drug dealing, wearing Gucci, stuff like this. And I was like, oh, fuck. And then it got me thinking about this other artist that I'm going to talk about.
Oh, okay.
But I really liked the album. I just thought it was going to be like, oh shit, this man's like leading the change.
Did you enjoy it though? Was it enjoyable?
For the most part, yeah.
Would you listen to it again?
Yeah, I'll continue to. There's some really good songs on there. Not all of them I like, but good beats.
Alright, well I'll start mine as it's literally just gone into...
Go for it.
Well, not prepared as always, but recently I was watching a random skate video and it had a song in it and I was like, oh, I like the sound of that. Recently checked it out. It's this girl who's same age as me and she's made her first album and it's all on that bloody Launchpad thing and it's like actually insane. It sounds really good and I was like, what the fuck? So I searched up like a live video of it and she's literally singing and her hands are like having a fucking spaz attack. They're like like this while she's like singing and stuff.
Oh really?
Yeah, so like I've listened to the full album on Spotify and things. Very like electronic. Singing is like a bit weird, not gonna lie, but it's kind of cool. In the
Wait,
same
what's
way.
the name?
Leilani.
Leilani.
I'll show you some later, but yeah, I think you should check it out because she's very unknown at the moment. And
so it's
cool for some publicity.
Electro.
Yeah, it's like electronic stuff.
Like, has it got beats? Like,
yeah, it's like more kind of. I've gone past a minute, but it's more
That's
like
fine.
trappy.
So Launchpad's like a beat pad, right?
Yeah, but she's got like one that's you see like the grid one, and you've got loads of buttons.
Yeah.
She's got like a small, I think 3x3 grid.
Yeah.
Loads of things here.
Yeah.
And she'll like do loads of shit with her hands and then like change it here for different songs.
Yeah.
There's like a whole podcast I listen to it.
I've never heard of that thing being called a Launchpad before.
Yeah, so that the thing is called a Launchpad and then there's different like...
Because I've known them as like...
And then there's smaller ones that are by this other country.
And you can get like Chaos Pads and things which are like a fucking... They look like a tablet screen almost and you can run your finger... Like fucking Shikari, Rao used to do that shit live.
It's like, sick. I kind of want one just to play around with.
Yeah. I used to have an Electribe years ago, which is...
Electribe?
It was a synth. It was less... It wasn't beat... Well, I'll show you it. It was sick. I used to play it a bit when I was kind of your age.
Sick. So you did play instruments?
Yeah, I used to play a fucking clarinet.
Is that an instrument?
I played the piano and I played, like a tenor horn, like a brass instrument.
Sorry, George, stand back up. He's sitting on the other side of the room.
A tenor horn?
What did you just play?
I did play the piano and I played the tenor horn, which is like a brass instrument.
Really?
Yeah.
How good? Like,
Not good, but I did. It was kind of thing that my family did, like my brothers did it, so I did it too.
Oh, really? You know, Kai Willis used to... Kai once said if he didn't do professional parkour, he would have done professional trumpeting.
Yeah, my uncle's...
he has like a... I don't know if he still has it.
I'd believe him if he said that in his old outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah, the old Kai Willis.
Yeah.
I remember him showing me. He's got this trumpet. He would have played in like some crazy big orchestra.
No, my uncle's a famous euphonium player. Like
really?
brass player, yeah.
What's a euphonium?
It's like a big fucking...
What is it, the big horn?
It's like a small... like a tuba?
Yeah.
Smaller version of that.
Oh, really? Wait, he's famous?
It's not like
he tour?
if you did
Does he have mosh
if you
pits?
were brass, like if you were into brass, he's not famous, but if you're into brass, like you would know.
What's his name?
David Thornton.
David Thornton. I bet there's some listener right now who's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit,
Probably.
Davey T.
I'm like, who the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Shall I do mine?
Yes.
I'll go in 2 seconds. Alright, I'm going to talk about fucking Gallows.
Oh,
Not
of
fucking
course.
Gallows. Gallows. Gallows are a hardcore punk band that I think they still exist, but don't listen to them. Well, you can if you want, but they used to be fronted by a guy called Frank Carter. Some of his brothers are still in the band. This is like 10, 15 years ago. They were at their sort of peak. They had an first album called Orchestra of Wolves, and then their second album was called Grey Britain, and it was a masterpiece. They got given a shitload of money from their label, and they went out and created this album that celebrated its 10-year anniversary the other day, and it paints this like just depressing picture of how fucked up it was during the recession, like how fucked up Britain is. And this article I read about it the other day was saying how relevant it is now that Britain is such a horrible place. And at the end, stop showing me photos of your uncle, I'm talking. At the end, it's wicked. He's on Wikipedia. He's oh, it's all gone off the rails.
No, you got
George's uncle.
You add an extra 10 seconds.
George's uncle is off on Wikipedia.
I think we've got to record it again.
No, at the end of this final song, there's just like this call of it. Basically, they haven't. I'm just going to continue because you need to listen to this album more.
Yeah, I was going to say, is it like what you'd hoped
Oh yeah,
Slow Tie would talk about.
Kind of. There's
because it sounds a bit more. I mean, you played me some of it.
It made me think about this album. There's a song called Queensberry Rules, which is all about the like rise of knife crime, and was basically saying everyone needs to go to the Thames, throw their knives in, and just like if you're gonna fucking fight and kill each other, like do it like men and like throw fists and use the Queensberry Rules, which are the old rules of like fist fights. But it's punk. I mean, it's proper like throw the fucking like.
People aren't gonna get it if they're American for sure.
The final song, Crucifix, is just like
Crucifix.
It's called Crucifix, yeah, and it's calling out politicians and like the paedophile rings and the sort of the police and everything, and it's literally saying that like the whole country's gone to shit. We may as well kill ourselves and then just start again. And it's fucking just depressing and bleak.
Wow.
But it's so, and then it's backed up by these like orchestral kind of, it's fucking sick. So yeah, that was me talking 2 minutes.
Yeah, but
always breaking the rules.
Yeah, that's
always
cool.
breaking the rules.
You're fucking solid with your music minutes.
I get
You get really,
I get a bit passionate.
Because you like the music's with the means.
Yeah, anyway, if you actually managed to listen to that last 10 minutes after we fucked the ending, hopefully you enjoyed that. And I feel like George isn't, he's just sitting down on his
Yeah, for him it's finished.
George is on Instagram, he's just given up. What,
his working hours are finished.
Yeah, he's done.
Yeah.
What did you... Well, George, come here.
What?
Come here. What's your what's your aspiration? What do you want to do? Your main move? What's the big thing you want to do for Soul Destroyer?
A big front 540 or side full gap or whatever you want to call it. Side full
540
from
a
540.
So if you don't do it and they've listened to this podcast, people are
well,
be
then I'll be
upset.
disappointed.
If they're going to wait till the last minute of Soul Destroyer and be like, where's it coming? Where's it coming? Where's it coming?
Yeah, I'm not saying it's definite, but I want to. I've already found a potential.
Yeah, we have actually. We've already found a potential spot.
Potential.
Anyway, let's end this thing because I need a wee.
Sick bitches.
Thank you very much. Sorry, this one's been a bit ropey. But love you lots.
Thank you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.